Liverpool face Arsenal in the Premier League on Sunday, aiming to secure another crucial 3 points. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest Liverpool news. The Reds have been flawless since their defeat to Nottingham Forest in September and could make a strong statement with a victory at the Emirates Stadium, despite this being Liverpool's toughest challenge of the season so far, whether in the Premier League or Champions League. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest Liverpool news. Arsenal are contending with injury issues leading up to the match. Bukayo Saka has missed significant parts of training this week, and it remains uncertain if the England international will be fit in time to face the Reds. Meanwhile, key defender William Saliba is definitely out due to suspension, and captain Martin Odegaard is still recovering from an ankle injury. For Liverpool, they have their own challenges to address. While fans await Arne Slot's lineup decisions, one position seems settled. Slot surprisingly fielded a strong starting 11 against RB Leipzig in midweek. Since his arrival, the Liverpool head coach has shown a preference for making no more than 3 changes per game. However, given the quality of opposition Liverpool will face over the next 6 weeks, Slot may need to adjust this approach. The Athletic reports that at least one change will occur in North London. After starting Wednesday's game on the bench, Andy Robertson is expected to return to the starting lineup against Arsenal. Kostas Tsimikas received praise from Cody Gakpo for a strong performance in Leipzig, but Robertson remains the clear first choice at left-back. No other significant hints have emerged regarding Liverpool's lineup for Sunday. Slot isn't typically inclined to rotate players often, but he has alternated at left-back regularly. Part of this could be attributed to Robertson's inconsistent injury record over the past year, and form may also play a role. Gary Neville and Roy Keane criticised Robertson for his performance against Chelsea on Sunday. Neville described Robertson's display as really strange during commentary and reiterated his viewpoint throughout the week. The £10 million defender still has plenty to offer, so we expect him to bounce back against Arsenal. When Fenway Sports Group took over the management of Liverpool, they likely wouldn't have considered a takeover bid from Saudi Arabia. However, such a scenario now seems plausible. Currently enjoying a record-breaking run under Arne Slot, the Reds sit proudly at the top of the Premier League, making them an attractive prospect for the Middle Eastern state. According to Statista, Liverpool's enterprise value stands at €4.2 billion, but any entity aiming to pursue a takeover would likely need to pay significantly more than that. Given that the Saudi Public Investment Fund, PIF, reportedly holds £925 billion in assets, purchasing Liverpool would be a relatively small investment for them. A report from The Independent also indicates that PIF is eyeing Chelsea as another potential acquisition. However, a controlling investment in either the West London club or Liverpool would require giving up their controlling stake in Newcastle United. It's believed that the purchase of Newcastle and the lack of on-pitch success haven't generated as many positive headlines in the region as the Saudis would like. Their ultimate goal, therefore, is to secure one of English football's major clubs. Bedad Igbali, Todd Boehly, and Clearlake Capital won't be easy to negotiate with if discussions for Chelsea progress that far. Thus, the Saudis might consider Liverpool, a storied name in world football, a more achievable target at this point. Moreover, Liverpool's history and future ambitions appear to align better with PIF's strategic direction. Whether this news could influence Trent Alexander-Arnold's potential departure to Real Madrid remains to be seen, but it would certainly give the England international something to ponder. Liverpool are considering Jonathan David as a potential replacement, with a move for the Lille forward reportedly on the horizon. According to sources, the 24-year-old Canadian attacker has been linked with a transfer away from League One for some time, and it's not the first time he has caught the attention of the Merseyside club. David was also considered in 2020 before Liverpool opted to sign Diogo Jota, but a switch to Anfield for the Canadian forward could now be back on the table. Liverpool were heavily linked with David during the summer transfer window, but he ended up staying at Lille. The French club is in a similar position with David as Liverpool is with Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, as his contract is set to expire at the end of the season. Unlike the Liverpool trio, however, David is almost certain to leave the French club, and Liverpool could be an ideal destination for him. With 3 lucrative contracts potentially being prepared for Salah, Van Dijk, and Alexander-Arnold, Sporting Director Richard Hughes will be looking for ways to save money over the next 12 months. Speaking on the Debrief podcast earlier this month, Fabrizio Romano revealed that he expects David to depart Lille as a free agent at the end of the season. He noted that David will consider several factors, not just financial ones, including the project and the manager, so he's not likely to make a decision just yet. Jonathan David will explore his options, but Romano is confident that he will leave Lille on a free transfer. 2 goals against Real Madrid in the Champions League certainly enhance a player's chances of securing a move to Liverpool. Beyond his recent performances, David has compiled an impressive goal-scoring record since joining Lille from Belgian club Henk in 2020, netting 92 goals in 197 games, including 8 goals in 14 matches this season. He possesses tremendous speed and uses his pace and intelligence to trouble opposing defenses, traits that Arne slot values in his team. If he could replicate that goal-scoring form at Anfield, he would undoubtedly be a massive success at Liverpool. Liverpool should be reveling in their position at the top of the Premier League table and their strong start in the Champions League at this point in the season. However, the club is grappling with headlines concerning the future of some of their most prominent players. The Reds are contending with rumours surrounding the futures of several key players who are in the final 8 months of their contracts at Anfield. Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, both cornerstones of Liverpool's recent success, are subjects of speculation, but the club is particularly worried about Trent Alexander-Arnold. The 26-year-old will be free to negotiate with clubs outside England starting in January, and Real Madrid are planning to make a move for him if he does not sign a new contract. Real Madrid believe that Alexander-Arnold will not sign an extension with Liverpool and are increasingly confident of securing his transfer to the Santiago Bernabeu next summer on a free transfer. According to Court Offside, Liverpool have presented Alexander-Arnold with a substantial contract offer and are working hard to retain him. However, updates from the players' camp are not encouraging, and he appears far from agreeing to a new deal with the Reds. It is now believed that the chances of the defender signing a new contract with Liverpool are almost non-existent. There is a growing likelihood that Alexander-Arnold will find it difficult to turn down a move to Real Madrid next summer. Liverpool will continue their efforts, as losing a local star at the peak of his career would not reflect well on the club's ownership. Real Madrid have made Alexander-Arnold their priority target and are increasingly confident of finalizing a deal. They have reportedly had positive discussions with the player and his representatives, and Real Madrid are convinced they have received the green light from him. While there has been speculation about a January move, the most likely scenario is that he will head to Spain on a free transfer next summer. Leave your opinion in the comments on this topic, and take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest Liverpool news.